Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm going to be doing Enter the Abyss and Temple. So in this video, I'll be doing Enter the Abyss quest in Old School RuneScape. So to begin, you teleport to Edgeville with the Amulet of Glory, and you run north to near the river, here on the map. Afterwards, I'm going to be doing Enter the Abyss, and yeah. So before I go into anything, I got the full Torva helm, Torva full helm, the Amulet of Rancor, and the Osmumten Fang. I have about 294 million gold in this game currently. Temple of the Eye quest looks super cool. So essentially, I'm at the Dark Altar right now, which I unlocked when I was fighting Zamfir, which is pretty cool. So let's I'm actually gonna teleport over to the Champions Guild and then use my Amulet of Glory teleport. So what's pretty cool is yeah, like my back door, like it has, like normally, like yeah, like your back door will have like rubber tubing or whatever on the bottom of it to like block out the cold air from getting into your house. So I don't know, in like 2017 when we got a new stove, my dad like tried to carry in the stove by himself, even though I would run like 20 miles around the track straight, and I could bench like 200 pounds. Just because, he's a strong dude too. But overall, it's like what are you doing, man? So he like scraped it on the bottom of our back door and scraped a tiny bit of the rubber tubing off of the back door. So for the past 2 years, like while applying to jobs at nighttime from like 12, I'd say, yeah, 12 midnight until like 3 a.m. Like our heat comes on at like 3:30 a.m. I would just be sitting there being cold. It's basically like sitting outside. And like, it's not that obvious that like that's something that you have to deal with. But yeah, like even while interviewing upstairs in my room, like it always felt like there was just air always just moving away from where I'm currently sitting. So I always felt a tug, like at all times of the day, just because my mom always left it uncovered, and all I needed was a doorstop. How crazy is that? Imagine such a huge quality of life improvement. Like I feel comfortable at night. Like yesterday, before I put like a pillow or something in front of the door, like I was sitting there cold under my blanket, which is just so ignorant. So all right, I'm gonna continue Enter the Abyss. I took my notes for this in September. So to start, you're gonna go to Edgeville with the Amulet of Glory. All right, so I just teleported to Edgeville. With the Amulet of Glory. I'm gonna check here, and you're gonna run right around here to start the quest, okay? So I just teleported to Edgeville. You're gonna run north past the wilderness border, talk to this guy to start the quest. That's not where I clicked. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm going to cross the wilderness border and run to that area. Keep in mind, when you cross the wilderness border, you only keep 3 items if you lose. So 1, 2, 3. If you click here, you can see which items you'll keep and which ones you won't when you cross the wilderness. So let's go over here. You could also obviously use protect item to keep an additional item. So I guess I talked to this guy to start the quest. So to start the quest, I'm going to talk to this Mage of Zamorak. And again, if you want to know which items you keep in the wilderness and which... Come on, dude. Pwned. Yeah, get knocked out, skeleton. Alright, so if you want... Right now... Alright, so I ran north of Edgeville. I'm going to talk to this guy to start the quest. You can click here if you want to know which items you'll keep and which ones you won't when you lose in the wilderness. You could also use Protect Item at level 25. So, I'm going to talk with the Mage of Zamorak to start my quest. I already told you to meet me in OSRS Temple, by the rune shop, unless you're here to buy something. going to say, all right, I'll go. Okay. So I'm going to head over to... So now that I talked to the Mage Zamrak and start the quest, I'm going to teleport with my Varrock teleport tablet. And I'm going to run southeast to the Chaos Altar. You could also press Control and click here to remove items that you don't want to see on your screen in the Jagex launcher. So I'm going to run right over here. Here's the Chaos Altar. You go east of the Cartman umbrella. Okay. So the Chaos Temple is over here. So let's go inside and talk to the Mage Zamrak. Alright. Move my camera. Alright, so Major Zamrak says, "Ah, you again. The wilderness is hardly the appropriate place for a conversation. Now is it? What was it you wanted?" So I'm going to say option 2 and 1. So I'm going to say option 2 and 1 to the Major Zamrak inside of here. Or I didn't really want anything. So why did you approach me? I was wondering what you were doing. I was conducting business. What business? I sell runes. In the wilderness, why? Well, I can't go about doing it in the middle of Varrock, can I? In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a servant of Zamorak. The Saradamists have made sure that people like me are not welcome in these parts. Interesting. Thanks for the information. Option 2. Okay. So it's option 1 and 2. So I'm going to talk to him and say option 1. Where do you get your runes from? Well, we craft them, of course. My associate side. Despite the best attempts of the Saradamists, there's still more of us around than they'd like. I can't imagine that you like crafting runes much. Do not try to stop you. Ha! I'm sure they'd love to, but we have methods of rune crafting that they can only dream of. Care to share? Why would I? You're not a member of our institute. How do I know you won't just go and share all of our secrets with these Saradamist fools in the Order of the Wizards? So I'm going to say option 1. No, I'm going to say option 1 and 2. But I'm a loyal servant of Zamorak as well. Even if you speak the truth, it takes more than just being a follower of Zamorak to gain secrets of the Institute. You need to offer something in return. Like what? Until recently, our runecraft secrets allowed us to produce runes at a far superior rate compared to the inept Order of Wizards. But something has changed. From what we can gather, they've somehow rediscovered how to access the lost rune essence mine. Ah, well, I know all about that. I was actually the one to help them do it. You did? What? You helped them, the Order of the Wizards. I thought you claimed to be a servant of Zamorak. I'm going to say option 1. So it's option 1, 2, and 1. I did it so that I could help them steal their secrets. You did. Perhaps I underestimated you. Alright, if you help us gain access to the rune essence mine, you will share our rune crafting secrets. So I'm going to say option 1. Deal. So it's option 1, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Now all I need from you is a spell that will teleport me to the rune essence mine. Or I don't actually know the spell. What? Then how did you get here? Oh, well, the people who do know the spell just teleport me there directly. I see. This makes it slightly more complex, but no matter. You could still help us. How? I'll give you a scrying orb with a standard cipher spell cast upon it. The orb will absorb mystical energies that it is exposed to. If you teleport to the rune essence mine from 3 different locations, the orb will absorb the energies of the spell and allow us to reverse engineer the magic behind it. Do you know of the 3 different people who could teleport you there? Maybe. Well, if not, I'm sure one of these fools in the Order of Wizards can help you. Now here's the orb. The Mage Zamorak hands you an orb. Alright, so now that I spoke with him, I'm going to run north to the Fire Rune shop, and I'm going to talk to Aubrey and say... Okay, so now that I talked to him, I'm going to run north to the Fire Rune shop. I'm going to right-click Aubrey, and I'm going to say teleport. Alright, so... now I'm gonna teleport to Ardoon. You could only teleport with the teleport tablet if you did Plague City quest, which auto levels your mining to level 15 automatically, which is cool if you want to mine the bones which is cool if you want to blessed bone. Okay. So Plague City, it actually auto levels you to 15 mining, which is kind of cool because you need to be like level, I don't know, 60 mining for Blessed Bone Shards. Once you get access to Nate Potsley after you do Twilight's Promise quest and reach level 48 Slayer, which costs about like 3 million gold in prayer potions if you don't want to run back while training Slayer. And yeah, I mean, if you do the Perilous Moons quest, obviously, or start it, you could mine Blessed Bone Shards and power level your prayer. So, which is very cool. All right, so in Ardoon, in the marketplace, you're just gonna run to the northeast. If you can't get here manually, you could always. So if the teleport, so in Ardoon, I'm gonna run to the northeast and to the wizard and talk to him. Right click and teleport. If you can't get here via teleport, you could go from Port Sarum and you go to Port Khazard, like I do in Tree Gnome Village quest. So I'm gonna right click and teleport Wizard Cromperty. Says Senavitor. Nice. Alright, so now I'm gonna teleport with the Necklace of Passage to the Wizard's Tower for the final teleport. Alright, so I'm at the Wizard's Tower. I'm gonna go inside, go down the ladder, and do my final teleport. Let's talk to Cedrador, right click and teleport, and we're basically done with the quest now. Cool. Alright, now that we teleport our third time, I'm gonna run back to the Chaos Altar in Varrock and finish off the quest by saying option 1 to the Mage of Zamorak. Let me quickly check my Gmail. I got my third Dragonite in Pokemon Go. How cool is that? I also got my Deoxyses. I got 3 Deoxys, which was cool. I saw Poke King 79 was live on YouTube, which is a cool event. I mean, just talking about like the history of Pokemon, you know. Alright, so let's talk to the Mage of Zamorak and say option 1. You again. Have you managed to use that scrying orb to obtain the information I need? Here you go. You hand the orb to the Mage of Zamorak. Right, let's take a look at this orb. Yes, this will do nicely. Once again, the Zamorak Magical Institute has overcome the Order of Wizards. You have done well. Now time for us to uphold our end of the bargain. The reason we were able to craft so many runes is because we do not visit the runic altars in the traditional way. Instead, we have found a way to teleport to them directly. How? Via another plane, known as the Abyss. It is a complex place that cannot be easily explained, but I will share our research notes with you, so you may better understand it. So, can I use the Abyss? He says, yes. Visit me in the wilderness whenever you wish to be teleported there. Just be careful, for it is a dangerous place. Still, I'm sure you'll agree that the risk is worth the reward. How is it dangerous? There are creatures there that will hunt and attack any visitors in sight. The magic we use for teleporting there can also be a bit unstable. What do you mean? You don't expect to be using any prayers in there. Anyway, you may have this pouch as well. I'm sure you'll find it useful. Now, we're done here. The Mage of Zamorak hands you a book and a pouch. So I'm going to say option 1. Can you tell me more about the Abyss? It is a hard place to describe. We often refer to it as another plane. But that isn't quite accurate. If anything, it is more like a plane that sits between all other planes. Right, and what does that have to do with rune crafting? In truth, nothing at all. However, it has everything to do with teleportation. You see, time and space work differently in the Abyss. For example, you could travel to the Abyss, walk a few steps, and then exit, only to find yourself somewhere completely different from where you entered. You might even find yourself on a different plane. You can also enter the Abyss and spend days there, but on your return, only moments have paused. That is why the Abyss is so useful. It can be used as an effective hub for teleportation. In fact, all teleportation that we know of uses the Abyss. You just don't realize it. Wait, so when I teleport, I'm actually traveling through the Abyss. In some ways, I suppose you are. Whenever you use a teleport spell, that spell is actually traveling through the Abyss and use it to link two places together. So, how did you discover the Abyss? No. Knowledge of the Abyss has existed for a long time, hence it being used for teleportation. However, we believe many first have properly gained access in centuries. How do you manage it? By complete accident. One of our initiates was performing a routine teleportation experiment when something went wrong. Instead of ending up at their destination, they found themselves in the Abyss. Now what? Do you want to know something else? So I'm going to say option 1 and 1. Can you tell me more about your group? I suppose you have proven yourself trustworthy. We are a group of mages in service to Zamorak. Our group is called Zamorak Magical Institute, or ZMI for short. Few actually know of us. Sardama's groups, like the Order of the Wizards, hold sway over these lands, so we're forced to work in the shadows. You don't seem to like the Order of Wizards very much. And why would we? Did you know that the Order of Wizards wasn't always a Sardama's group? Once they allowed mages of all faiths to study with them, they became greedy. What happened? They started to desire more control. They banned Zamarakian wizards from certain areas of study, claiming them to be too dangerous. In reality, they just wanted that knowledge for themselves. It all went wrong for them, of course. A Zamarakian wizard made a great breakthrough in teleportation magic, but the Samurai Damas stole his research. They used it to perform a ritual, but their lack of understanding caused it to go wrong. The entire wizard's tower burnt down, many were killed, and years of research were destroyed. Naturally, they blamed the Zamarakians, claimed we intentionally burnt the tower down. After the tower was rebuilt, we were banished from the Order of Wizards and forced underground. And that's how the ZMI was formed. Exactly. You know, I've heard a very different story about how the tower burned down. From a member of the Order of Wizards. That's right. I thought as much. Now, did you want something else? Can you tell me more about the Abyss? It is a hard place to describe. I think I already did that. Okay. So, I completed the quest. Alright, so I'm going to do Temple of the Eye quest now. So let me head back to the Grand Exchange. Let me go over to Edgeville. Head over here. Alright, so for this, all I need is a pickaxe, bucket of water. Really? Pickaxe, bucket of water, and stamina potions. And then on the next page, I put question marks for essence pouches, small pouch, abyssal book. Yeah. Rune pouch. Rune pouch. Okay. Pickaxe. Okay. I don't think we need that rune pouch. We'll need to bring a dueling. Yeah, the items for this were iffy. I don't know why. Probably no reason at all. I mean, it is a very cool quest, though. I wish I had my Jessica armor for it, but I just upgraded, and there's a 1% fee. It used to be a 2% fee for selling it to GE. So, in general, I mean, I'm not spending 1,000,000 gold both ways just to, because I'd have to spend 4,000,000 gold if I sell this and then buy the Justicar armor and then sell the Justicar armor to buy this again. So it's like 4,000,000 gold. I mean, even if you're doing it for like questing purposes, you still get a fee. Alright, so let's see this quest. Ring of Dueling, teleport Alcarid. Okay. Let's see. Do I have an Arceus teleport? I'm going to start this and introduce it at Arceus, actually. Just because. I'm going to go buy an Arceus teleport. I'm actually very close to hitting level 99 HP. So, that's very exciting. That is exactly how long it basically takes. I took off for like a while just playing Pokemon, you know how it is. Normal estimate for how long it takes from wherever I was at during the Coliseum versus now. All right, let's put some of my items away that I don't need. Fill up my water bucket and I'll head over to Arceus. I can't believe how many people are at the Dark Altar. It's actually not real. There's like 5 people on every world. It's like, how? That's not... whatever. Justicar helmet looks so much cooler. So, yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about the lore in a little bit. Once I start the quest and introduce it. This is cool though. I mean, I really like seeing some of the lore every now and then in some games. I like small segmented videos with different topics. Very fun. Like I downloaded the Fortnite update. It's 40 gigabytes this time. I hadn't updated it since they did like the Marvel stuff. And yeah, 40 gigabyte update. Normally it's 10 gigabytes. So this is like the Godzilla update, which is kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I'll play Skyrim. You know? Okay. Look at this. Always someone at the Dark Altar, which makes no sense. Let me move myself back on the left side of the screen. Get ready to introduce. Okay. Hello. In this video, I'll be doing Temple of the Eye quest in Old School RuneScape, which is very cool. So I already mentioned all the requirements. Okay. Hello. In this video, I'll be doing Temple of the Eye quest in Old School RuneScape. It's a very, very cool quest, and it features Justicar armor underwater. You could also see Justicar armor on the agility course in Mauritania, and you could also see Justicar armor in the Temple of Blood in one of the boss's chamber rooms. So to start this quest, I'm going to head over to Alcarid with the Ring of Dueling, over to Amir's Arena. Alright, so after teleporting here, you're going to run southwest and talk to this mage to start the quest. So, what's really cool about the Justicar armor, which you'll never be able to afford, is its high defensive stats. I'm actually moving over to the Torva Full Helm on an unrelated note because it has a strength bonus, similar to like the Blood Moon armor chestplate. Okay, so to start this quest, I'm going to talk to Wizard Purston. Hello. Let me adjust my camera. Hello. Hey there. So, yeah, before I continue, I mean, it's actually pretty nice to have like a green color in paint on your other monitor while interviewing. I learned that because a streamer was playing Punch Out with Mike Tyson while I was uploading a YouTube short from Pokemon Go, and YouTube short, it opened up and it in like the camera view, and it showed my face just in front of the punch out screen. So I think that's very interesting. I always knew that some color and paint was pretty good for interviews, but I mean, this year has been so lackluster in interviews. I've interviewed 7 times. Like in 2022, I interviewed like 7 times a week. 2023, I interviewed like 7 times a week for like 1 month, and then, or 3 times, like 5 times a week for like 1 month, and then I interviewed like in person like 7 times. And then this time it was 7 times. So like I did all the apps, all that kind of stuff. All right, so then I gave you a brief history on Jessica armor. I have my Amulet of Rancor on, and my full Torva helm, and my Osbone Fang, which is amazing in TOA, and in the Revenant Cave, similar to the Ursine Chainmace. Let's talk to this person, and I'm going to say option 2 and 1. What's a wizard here doing in Al-Kharid? Why shouldn't a wizard be in Al-Kharid? Or, good question. I guess I just haven't seen a wizard around here before. Well, for a start, I'm not just any wizard. The name's me, a person. I'm the leading researcher in teleportation magic for the Order of Wizards. Pleased to meet you. I'm all Shabazz. Now as for your question, maybe you should start expecting the unexpected. That way, you could spend less time worrying about why I'm here, and more time asking life's real questions. Right, and what kind of questions are you referring to? Well, that's the thing. It's different for everyone. Why do trees grow from stumps substantially faster than from seeds? Where do meteorites come from? Why do we have to hold our arms out to teleport successfully? I don't know. What are the answers? I don't know either. So you're in Al-Kharid to work out how trees grow. No, silly. I came here to buy something. Something. That's right, something. Tell me, what do you know of the Abyss? The Abyss. I know all about the Abyss. Really? It's quite unusual for an adventurer like yourself to have knowledge in that area. Well, I've recently helped a group of Samarakian wizards gain access to the Rune Essence Mine. In return, they gave me access to the Abyss. Samarakian wizards. You do realize that TMI are enemies to the Order of Wizards, right? What's that Slayer monster? Abyssal Sire. So, a little bit of lore on the Abyss is, the Abyssal Sire, you need a high Slayer level, probably spending, I don't know, 20 million, 15 million in prayer potions training Slayer for months. Maybe, I shouldn't have mentioned that. Oh, don't worry about it. The Order of Wizards may be a Saranama's group, but I've never personally had much time for gods. I prefer knowledge to religion. Still, it's maybe best you don't tell anyone. I can't imagine my fellow wizards will be happy to know that you gave away details in their secret mine. Enough about that though. You've shared quite the revelation with me. Is it really true that the ZMI found a way to access the Abyss? That's right. What's cool about the Abyss is, besides like Justicar, Skatizo, you fight him underneath like one of the statues. So I think that's kind of a cool idea. Well, in that case, I think it might be the perfect person to aid me in a little task. Also, in Curse of the Blackstone quest, Karapak, he's a dragon. He's like the second to last boss in the 3rd elite dungeon, and he's underwater. And I mean, Karapak also gets tortured in the Coliseum by Jad in RuneScape 3. Curse of the Blackstone RuneScape 3. So, in addition to appearing there underwater, transformed, he also got tortured in the Coliseum, which I showed in my RuneScape 3 Gods video by Jad, the spider. And yeah, they're talked about eventually bring back the Shadow Leviathan or something like that. And yeah, besides that, I mean, you see Karapak in Anachronia behind the 5th dinosaur. Not the Matriarchs, the other one. And essentially, you have like a Zaros cutscene with him, which is kind of cool. And in terms of like the Abyss, like the color purple, Sliske, when you see him in like his like basically superhero form, in like one of the hardest quests in the game. Let me figure out which quest that is. Is it Sliske's endgame? Yeah. So let me go. So another quick note on the Abyss. I mean, we saw Skatizo underneath Korrent, which is cool, and he's like running around in like a whirlpool. You fight him like at like the Dark Altar, all that kind of stuff. We had Zamfir who who opened up the ability to go underneath there. And then we have the Abyssal Sire. If you train your Slayer to like some ridiculous number, which costs 20 million in prayer potion, and you have to be a super high level like me. But essentially, in RuneScape 3, we have Sasuke's endgame. And Sasuke, he also has the color purple. So Sasuke's endgame shows like the superhero kind of portion. We have an eclipse of the moon or whatever. And yeah, besides Sasuke's endgame quest in RuneScape 3, which is super cool, we had Karapak in Curse of the Black Stone underwater. He's like transformed in the 3rd Elite Dungeon before we fight the Ambassador. And some more lore. I mean, Karapak appears in Anachronia with the dinosaur bosses, not the Rex Matriarchs, the other one, with the Zaros cinematic cutscene, which is super cool. Yeah, and Karapak is like purple in his transformed version. So I guess purple just represents that kind of thing in Old School RuneScape. We also see Karapak in Curse of the Black Stone, some dialogue from him. And we see him in the Coliseum getting tortured by Jad in my RuneScape 3 Gods video. The spider. They're talking about maybe bringing like the Shadow Leviathan or something in future updates. I recently did the Chromacy quest and stuff, which is pretty cool. A little task. This sounds like sometimes someone asked me for one small favor. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that again. Oh, don't be silly. This will be fun. Alright, what kind of task is it? Well, I can't go telling you that until you agree, can I? Wouldn't want you sharing my secrets. You're not giving me much to go on here. There'll be quite the reward for you at the end. Start the Temple Yacht quest. Option 1, yes. Alright, what do you need from me? You'll help, great. Well, first, a question for you. You say the ZMI have gained access to the Abyss. By any chance, are they using it to gain quick access to the runic altars for runecrafting purposes? Yes, but how did you... I knew it. I've been wondering for some time how they've been creating so many runes. I never considered that they somehow gain access to the Abyss, but now I realize it was the obvious explanation. So is that what you're after? You want access to the Abyss as well? Well, yes, but actually no. It seems we've jumped ahead a bit. Let's go back to why I'm here. There's something you bought. There's something I bought. Here, take a look. Person shows you an amulet. A foolish archaeologist by the name of Asgarnia Smith recently found this washed up near the ruins of Uzur. Despite his apparent archaeological credentials, he dismissed it as junk. Lucky, I was able to buy it from him before he disposed of it. Could you believe he thought 100 coins I paid was too much? If only he knew the true value of something like this. Why is it so valuable? You see that eye on it. That is the symbol of both the Order of Wizards and our home, the Wizard's Tower. Thing is, that's only the start. From what I could tell, this amulet is thousands of years old, but our order was only formed at the dawn of the 5th Age. That wasn't even 200 years ago. But how? Hang on. I'm not done yet. I've also inspected the amulet for magical energies and found something fascinating. I recognize 2 distinct magical signatures. The first is the same magic found in Rune Essence. That's already pretty exciting, but it's the second that'll blow your mind. What was it? I'm getting to that. Mai, you do like interrupting, don't you? Don't worry, I understand. I get quite excited about these things as well. Anyway, here's the big reveal for you. The second signature was energy from the Abyss. So you have an amulet with a symbol of your order on it, but it predates your order by thousands of years. I've also turned up miles from where your order is based, and it's filled with energy from a dimension that until recently no one had been to. Now you see why this is so exciting. So what do you need from me? I need to find out where this amulet came from. It should be possible to trace it using the abyssal energy it still contains. This is where you ask, what's the catch? Sai, what's the catch? I'm glad you asked. Unfortunately, the spell needed to trace the amulet will only work properly from inside the abyss. Oh, I see where this is going. You don't have access to the abyss, but I do. Precisely. But I don't care about the religious squabbling between the ZMI and my order. I still could see them wanting to work with me anytime soon. So I need to take the amulet to the abyss and work out where it came from. Correct. I imagine you'll need the help of your ZMI friends. Just imagine. Don't tell them who gave it to you. I'll visit the Mage of Samurai Kavarak. He should be able to help me. Return to me once you're done. Person hands you an amulet. Tend to the abyss. Okay. Okay. So now that I got the amulet, I'm going to right click and teleport over to the Champions Guild. I think running to Varrock is a little bit quicker. So I'm going to teleport to Varrock now that I got this amulet. And I'm going to head over to the Chaos Altar from last quest. I wish the roofs would stay a little bit, unless like you zoomed in a bit or something. And so I'm going to talk to the mage at the Chaos Altar and say option 1. Ah, you again. What do you want? I need your help with an amulet. An amulet? What amulet? You show the amulet to the mage of Zamorak. That eye on it. That is a symbol of the order of the wizard. What's all this about? The amulet is giving off abyssal energy. I was hoping you could help me work out where it came from. Why should I? Well, I did help you gain access to the rune essence mine, and we gave you knowledge on the abyss in return. We owe you nothing further favors. Are you sure you're not even slightly curious about how an amulet with the symbol of the Order of Wizards on it is giving off abyssal energy? After all, they don't have access to the abyss. I hope you're not about to tell me we shared our secrets with the Saradomists. Of course not. Then, when did you get the amulet? I bought it from an archaeologist. There's something off about all of this. Show it to me again. You show the amulet to the mage of Zamorak. As you do, he casts a spell upon it. What was that? Just a spell to tell me about it. It seems the amulet is very unusual. So you'll help. Very well, but first you must do something for me. Bring me a bucket of water and a strong cup of tea. Strong cup of tea, that's right. The tea seller is northeast of here can give you one. He owes me, in fact. Just tell him Herbert sent you. Wait, your name is Herbert. Is that a problem? I guess not. I just never had you down as a Herbert. Alright, so I'm going to run to the northeast and buy a cup of tea real quick by right-clicking. Hopefully it doesn't charge gold. So right-click and trade, and you can buy a cup of tea from Herbert. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna right click and use this tea on the mage of Zamorak. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to the mage of Zamorak now that I got. So I'm gonna talk to the mage of Zamorak now that I got the cup of tea and I have the bucket of water. Ah, you again. What do you want? Could you tell me with the amulet now? Option 1. Do you have a bucket of water and a strong cup of tea? Not yet. I will not help you until you bring me the tea seller is northeast of here can give you a strong cup of tea. Just tell him Herbert sent you. Okay. So bad at following directions, dude. I wish I had timelines for all of my Old School RuneScape videos. Alright, so let's talk to the tea seller. And you need a strong cup of tea, not just a normal cup of... Greetings, or you need a refreshment. I'm going to tell him that Herbert sent me. So I'm going to say option 3. Could I have a strong cup of tea? A strong cup of tea? What do you mean? Herbert sent me. Ah, well, you didn't say that. So he gave me a strong cup of tea. Perfect. So let's head back to the Chaos Altar. I'm going to right click and use the strong cup of tea on the mage of Zamorak. Could you help me with that amulet now? Do you have a bucket of water and a strong cup of tea? Here you go. The mage of Zamorak takes a strong cup of tea from you and immediately drinks it. He says, ah, nothing like a nice cup of tea. Right. A deal is a deal. But the spell to determine the origin of the amulet will only work from the abyss. So you need to have the initiate there perform it for you. Meet me in the wilderness when you're ready to be teleported there. Can't you just teleport me from here? From the middle of Varrock? What if someone is watching? If someone's watching, they know you have a secret chaos temple here in Varrock. I reckon you're pretty safe. Fine, but don't expect me to make a habit of this. I'll offer you a single teleport from here directly to initiate into the abyss. Make sure you are definitely ready. Hang on. What was the bucket of water for? Ah, that. While time passes slower in the abyss, the initiate maintaining the rift has been there for quite a while. He needs a good bath. So you just want me to throw it over him? Exactly. Now you're ready to be teleported? Don't forget this one-time offer. In future, you'll need to meet me in the wilderness to access the abyss. So I'm going to say option 1, teleport to the abyss. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so hello, welcome to Old School RuneScape. I'll be doing Temple the Eye quest, which is... Hello, welcome to my Old School RuneScape quest video for Temple the Eye. I'm currently located in the Abyss. Hello, welcome to my Old School RuneScape quest video for Temple the Eye. I'm currently located in the Abyss. I'm going to provide some lore while I go through this, but I do have the timeline to speed things up. So, nice. Okay. Hello, welcome to my Old School RuneScape video for the quest Temple of the Eye. It's located in the Abyss, which is very cool. I'll talk about some lore later on, but I guess the coolest part... Okay. Hello, welcome to my Old School RuneScape video for Temple of the Eye. It's located in the Abyss in Old School RuneScape, which I'll provide some lore about a little bit later on. I have the timeline, so the quest is still good. But yeah, keep in mind, they have like the Justicar armor set underwater. And Justicar was my favorite armor set for a while, but yeah, I'm moving on to a new set. So, okay. Use IM. So once you get here, you're going to right click and use the eye. God. My pillow has to have like a fold exactly. All right. Someone is actually in the Abyss currently. How annoying is that? Okay. All right. So once you get here into the Abyss, you're going to right click and use the eye amulet on the Dark Mage. I need your help with an amulet. Amulet. Oh, hang on. Someone is trying to contact me. The Dark Mage suddenly starts talking to someone else. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Fine. A simple transfiguration spell should resolve things for you. Now, can you leave me alone? I can't keep affording these distractions. The Dark Mage turns back to you. What do you want? Something about an amulet? Yes, but first, you throw the bucket of water over the Dark Mage. The actual... Sorry, but Herbert said you needed a bath. Are you serious? Are you serious? What if I lost connection and the rift collapses? Do you have a brain that isn't made of mush? Because much is about what you have been left. I like my brain how it is, thank you. Now could you help me? Why should I? I'm soaked, thanks to you. Herbert said you would. Of course he did. Alright then, what do you want? The amulet is giving off abyssal energy. I need you to cast me a spell to tell me where it came from. He says, let's have a look then. You show the amulet to the Dark Mage. Right. Just give me a moment. The Dark Mage casts a spell on the amulet. Okay, this spell will allow you to triangulate the origin of the amulet. To make things easier, I'm using this rift to compare energy from that origin with energy from the runic altars. Of course, thanks to the ways time and space work in place, information won't necessarily come in the right order. Meaning? Meaning, I'll need you to help, you fool. You see that? Yo, can like, why is someone in the Abyss currently? How ridiculous is that? 2 people in the Abyss. Messing up my quest video. 3 people. Okay. Alright, so, meaning, I'll need you to help, you fool. You see that energy that just emerged from the rift. Work out which order it goes in. Right. Alright, so to solve this puzzle, pretty simple. You just have to click on here, and if the second one consecutively lights up, then energy does not respond to your touch. Okay. So this quest is pretty simple. You use the eye amulet. Okay. So this part of the quest is pretty simple. You just right click, use the eye amulet, and if the consecutive one lights up, then you could continue. If it doesn't, then you just need to start over. So just keep using the eye amulet until you get 1 lit, and then that will be the first one. And then you just have to remember the order. So none of them work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's weird. Use eye amulet. Let me make sure I'm clicking on this instead of the cosmic energy. Okay, nothing interesting happens. Touch fire energy. Alright, use on fire energy. Use on nature energy. Use on death energy. Use law energy. Use earth energy. Use cosmic energy. Alright, nothing's happening with any of these. Okay. Okay. So, this part of the quest is pretty simple. You're just going to use the eye amulet on the dark mage. And it's going to say nothing interesting happens. Okay, let's try touching each of these. Death energy. Okay, so you just have to, I guess, touch them. Maybe you have to right click and use that eye amulet on them all first. But once you see that light up, that's how you can continue. And if the next one, consecutive one, lights up, then that's the next one in the order. Okay, so 1. If it turns off, then you just start over. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and the order is different for everyone. 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Solved it. I've worked out which order the energy goes to. It says, yes, I can see that. Now hang on. The dark mage pauses for a moment. As if lost in thought, he then hastily pulls out a scroll and scribbles something on it. I've noted the details on the scroll. A competent enough wizard should be able to use it to cast a teleportation spell to take you right there. Can you tell me anything about the place? With all the time I've spent there, I would like to consider myself an expert on the Abyss, but there's something very strange about the place the amulet came from. Strange how? Well, if only I knew that, it wouldn't be so strange, would it? Now, if you're done bothering me, I need to stay focused on this rift. The dark mage hands you an incantation. Alright, let's take a quick screen cap of this dude. Just for like a... I think the Guardian of the Rift will be cooler for the screen cap, but just in case this ends up being cooler. Let's move this over here so the toolbar doesn't pop up. I hate this toolbar, bro. Alright, perfect. Let's check my Gmail again. Because you know how it is. They're always scheduling interviews and stuff. Perfect. Okay, so I'm currently in the Abyss in Old School RuneScape for Temple of the Eye. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, at the beginning of the stream I was talking about just abyssal energy, the lore, and Justicar armor, and some lore about Carapac and other, like the Abyssal Sire, Skatizo, and my helmet, why it's purple. Okay, so I just solved that puzzle. Soon I'll be going into the Abyssal Portal with the Guardian of the Rift. So, talk, Dark Mage, Abyssal. Alright, so after you solve it, I guess you could talk to the Dark Mage. Hello there. Quiet, you must not break my concentration. So I'm going to say, about that incantation, option 3. What about it? Or nothing? Nothing. Would you leave me alone? Okay. Okay. So now that I got the Abyssal incantation, I'm going to teleport with the Ring of Dueling over to Amir's Arena. Run to the southwest, I assume. Okay. Yeah, ran at the Oasis to the southwest, and I'm going to right click and use the incantation on Wizard Person. Hello again. Any luck with that amulet? Yes, I have an incantation that clearly as to wherever it came from. Brilliant. Let's have a look. You know, you show the incantation in person. She quickly makes a copy for herself. Oh, fascinating. But that would mean what? Shh, I'm thinking. ... Yes. ... 2. ... No, 3 more. Silly me. Counted myself, didn't I? Well, it should be fine. I can't see them saying no. After all, it's their symbol as well. What are you on about? Oh yes, you're here. Brilliant. You'll be pleased to know that I've worked out what we must do next. And that is? Patience, young adventurer. Before we get into that, let me show you with my theory on where this amulet came from. While you were gone, I was thinking about why the amulet would have magical energy from both Rune Essence and the Abyss. All of a sudden it hit me. Ouch. Quite the opposite. The source of this amulet must be an ancient teleportation matrix to the runic altars, just like the one that ZMI have in the Abyss. This is good news. In case you were wondering, access to a teleportation matrix like that will be life-changing when it comes to my work. Of course, the rest of my order will be very happy as well. It'll completely remove the advantage that ZMI currently have. Now there's a balance that Guthix himself would love. But this talk of ZMI has reminded me of something. Could I have that amulet back? Here you go. You give the amulet back to Purston. Now, just give me a moment. Purston casts a spell on the amulet. Ah, yes. Well, that's not surprising. What is it? Your ZMI friends cast a transmission spell on the amulet. Had we taken it with us, it would have transmitted all sorts of information back to them about the origin. It's not a problem. I suspect they might do something like this. The good news is that this means they have no intention of using that incantation themselves. Again, as expected, they prefer to lurk in the shadows. To be honest, I totally understand. I've been to know they do the same from time to time. Anyways, I modified the spell to send false information to them. They'll be none the wiser. I thought you didn't care about religion. Why didn't you want the ZMI getting that information? Oh, my friend, you misunderstand. I have no issues with the ZMI having the information, but I don't want them getting it before I even had a chance to determine what it is. I see, so what now? Yes, back to business. The incantation is quite complex, so we will need the help of 3 other wizards to perform it. I'm afraid I'm not including you in that, although you're very talented. Thanks. So where do we get these other wizards? From the Wizard's Tower, of course. My fellow wizards won't be able to resist getting their hands on the teleportation matrix. Now, head to the Wizard's Tower and show that incantation to Cedrador. I'll have a couple things to prepare. I'll join you there. Don't mention the ZMI while you're there. Alright, see you soon. So, you say option 1. Teleport to the Wizard's Tower after you show him the incantation spell. And I'm going to go talk to Cedrador, okay? On the 3rd floor. So right click, climb up. Right click, climb up. Calm down. Okay. No. Climb down. Okay. Yeah, so in the Wizard's Tower, you're going to climb down the ladder and talk to Cedrador and say option 1. So yeah, right now I'm doing Temple the Eye quest in Old School RuneScape, and shortly I'll be in the Abyssal Portal uh, with the Guardian of the Rift. Abyss and the Guardian of the Rift are completely different. Hello there. Says hello again, Wall Street Bets. What can I do for you? So I'm going to say option 1. Can you teleport me to the Rune Essence Mine? Cool. Okay. Oh, wait. Not supposed to do that. Alright. Next passage, Wizard's Tower. Doing so good, too. Alright, so let me climb down this ladder. Yeah, I was talking about how this quest has like the Justicar armor set underwater. And I was talking about Sliska's endgame and how it has an eclipse. Carapac and how he's in Curse of the Black Stone and he gets transformed into a monster underwater in the 3rd Elite Dungeon. And then also how Carapac gets tortured in the Coliseum by Jad, the spider. Alright, so let's talk with Sedrador, and I can say option 2 and then 4. I need your help with an incantation. An incantation? What incantation? A teleport that could potentially take us to the ancient teleportation matrix. Person records you might be able to use it to gain early access to the runic altars. Wait, person sent you? That's right. Oh, I should also mention that this teleportation matrix seems to have some connection to your order, despite predating it by thousands of years. So person disappears for all this time, and then shows up again with knowledge on an ancient teleportation matrix. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It's probably not the strangest thing she's done. Anyway, what do you need my help with exactly? Person needs 3 other wizards to be able to perform the incantation. Can I see it? Sure. You give the incantation to Sedrador. This scroll is very interesting. Did you get it from a Zamorakian wizard, perhaps? Don't lie to me, Wall Street Bets. Well, since you asked, it's clear from your response that my suspicions are correct. This incantation is written on the very thin flesh rather than parchment, a horrific practice only used by Zamorakians. Need I remind you that it was the Zamoraks who burnt down the first wizard's tower. I'm going to be frank with you. Person hasn't been here for almost a year. My last meeting with her was to discuss changing her line of study due to lack of results. She was given more than 1 year to produce something of note. Now, with time almost up, she sends you here with Zamorak incantation and odd claims about an ancient teleportation matrix. But what if it's true? That teleportation matrix could change everything. Okay, I admit we went to some Zamorakians for help with the incantation, but they've had no other involvement. Person has even made sure they won't get anything beneficial out of this. You have been great help to us in the past. For that, I'll consider it. First, though, I'll do a thorough arcane analysis of the incantation, determined if it's safe to cast. Now, as for the 3 wizards, I can't be wasting others' time with this sort of thing, especially when I haven't even agreed to allow it yet. However, Trayborn has 3 new apprentices who could help. This might help a good learning opportunity for them. Speak to him while I inspect this incantation. So I'm going to say option 4. Okay, thanks. So let's go up here. So let's climb. So we climb the ladder. Let's climb the staircase, and we're going to talk to Trayborn. Alright, so after climbing the stairs once, you're going to run west and talk to Trayborn right here. We're going to say option 2, type, and then 1. Hello, you're what? So I need your help. I need your apprentice to help me with an incantation. Right, but we're having a party. A party? Party? What party? You said you were having a party. Well, I suppose there's a party of sorts. A study party. Would you like to join in? You look like you could use one. I'll pass. Anyway, Sedrador said your apprentices could help me with an incantation. What kind of incantation? One that could lead us to an ancient teleportation matrix. Teleportation matrix. Doesn't sound like the most comfortable place for a party. I bet it's full of thingummy-whats as well. I'm not suggesting we move the party there. I'm suggesting that we cancel the party and discover the secrets of this teleportation magic instead. Cancel the party? You're certainly a party pooper. Alright, how about instead of canceling the party, we finish it with a bang? What's currently on the agenda? Finish it with a bang. Sagittar won't be happy if we burn the place down again, will he? Still, I like it. I've currently tasked each of the apprentices with solving a problem. If they all solve it, we could celebrate together. Sounds good. So what's the problem? Problem. There's no problem. Everything's fine here. We're having a party. I mean, what's the problem they have to solve? He said, oh, it's trivial. They have to figure out what a thing what is. A thing what? Precisely. Right. I'll speak to the apprentices. Perhaps together we can figure this out. He says, good luck. Alright, so I'm going to talk to all three of his apprentices in here. Air and earth. What about water and fire? Is an element a problem? Are they completely irrelevant? What appears to be the problem? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. Don't worry. What were you muttering about with the air and earth? It is simpler to the puzzle Draenor gave you? Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it. It seems like there are too many unknown variables. Besides, how does this all relate to thinking what in the first place? Whatever that actually is. Perhaps it's a slayer creature, or a person. Is this a logical puzzle, a riddle, or a mathematical problem? I see, perhaps I could take a look and help you out. I'm not sure. It sounds like cheating, but I really do want to beat Cordelia. She's always one step ahead of me, so it would be nice if you only win for a change. Well, I'm actually here to recruit the three of you to help cover an odd teleportation matrix. The only issue is that Trayborn won't let you leave until the puzzle is solved. Oh, did you say teleportation matrix? Teleportation magic is my specialty. I'd love to help. Well, I'll be glad to have you along. So will you show me the puzzle? Sure, just please don't tell others that you helped me. Earth is 5 and air is 3. Thing what is less than 3. Fire and more than one mind. What is the thing what? So now I talked to all the other apprentices. Trayport said you're helping to solve a puzzle. Maybe I could help. Why? Do you think I need help to solve this? I'll prove I'm smarter than these two. I doubt you're smart enough to solve this on your own. You think I'd be persuaded that I'm not as easy to fool as the others. I'll be honest that in truth, I don't care about this puzzle at all. The hope is to use it to gain access to the runic altar. Well, that's infinitely more interesting. In that case, why do you care about the puzzle? Trayport said that it wouldn't mind giving me permission. Very well, you appear to be telling the truth. And I'd rather be uncovering a teleportation magic than doing this. Here it is. Fire is 4 and body is 7. Thing what is less than 3 water. What is the thing what? Alright, let's talk to the third apprentice. So that's 6 and this is 8. So let's just skip all the dialogue. Perfect. So I talked to all three. Alright, so let's talk with Trayborn. And I'm going to say option 2 and 1. After talking to all 2, type, and then 1. I think I know what a thingy what is. Oh, do tell. What is a thingy what? So I'm going to say 4. No, that's not right at all. You just think hard about this. I think I know what a thingy what is. Oh, do tell. So I'm going to say 3. No, that's not right at all. Okay. I think I know what a thingy what is. Type 2. No, that's not right at all. Okay. I'll just keep trying. 1. 5. Let's just keep trying again. I'll just keep guessing until I get it right. So 6. 7. So I'll just keep trying until I get it. So let's say 8. No, that's not right at all. 9. Jeez. And this is ridiculous, dude. I think I know what it is. 11. Well done, that's correct. So, yeah, I went from 1 to 11. See, it's easy to solve problems when you put aside what's best for you and instead focus on what's best for your team. Congratulations, you all passed. But you said the only first of us would solve the pass. Oh, did I? Either way, I hope you're all now learned a valuable lesson in teamwork. You have this adventure here. Thank you for that. Wait, but we had all different puzzles written down. Of course, we need to combine our puzzles to solve it. Now that's genius. What a great way to teach us all teamwork. Now, finish with a bang, did you say? Traywood suddenly sets off fireworks. What was that for? Well, it was your idea after all. Now, why don't we go tell Sergeant Door that my apprentices are free to help? Alright, so climb down here and talk to Sergeant Door in the basement. So, when I'm talking with Sergeant Door, I'm going to say option 1. Slow down, person. I'm still inspecting this amulet of yours. You're inspecting the amulet now. Does that mean the accusation is safe? That's right. The amulet is, well. But Sergeant Door here likes to be careful. Not all of us are carefree when it comes to the rules of our order. I mean, really, Zamorak and incantations. But you gotta ever let you get back in the tower. The unfortunate price of progress, Sergeant Door. I could think of a few other unfortunate things. Anyways, the amulet seems for safe, and I may as well admit your assessment seems to be correct. So we could go ahead. Yes, I'm still not happy about this, but we can't throw away this chance. I assume Trayborn's apprentices are ready. That's right. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's do this. Walsh bets you ready. So I'm going to say option 1. Let's do it. So here's the first cinematic. Everyone ready. They're going to teleport me. We won't let you down, person. Alright, with me. Oh, wow. So in Temple of the Eye Quest, they open up a portal to the Guardian of the Rift minigame. It looks super cool. It worked. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go in. Go in. You three aren't going through that portal. We have no idea what's on the other side. I've given Person and Walsh Bets permission to go through. Until we know it's safe, no one else may enter. You can't be serious. Please help us. We've all worked so hard for an opportunity. No, you are the only apprentices. You go back to your studies. Come, said your door. Young think, let them have their party. I'm going to be quite something. You really should help them. Quiet, Person. Let it be known that I consider that a bad idea. They're your apprentices. Alright, ready to make history. Alright, let's go. So I went through the portal. Whoa. Super cool. I move myself off screen for screen cap. Alright, so the Temple of the Eye Quest. Very cool. We go through a portal. Well, this is unexpected. Where are we? Are we underwater? Cool. That's the Jessica armor I was talking about in this cutscene. Pretty cool. We got to go underwater. I'll talk about some lore later on. Let me cast the locator spell. What's that? So that globe thing in the center, it looks like Wild Guthic Sleeps, which is the Stone of Jazz. It seems like what so that globe thing in the center that we just saw, it looks like the Stone of Jazz, which is apparently stolen to create the Dragonkin race. And I'll talk about some more lore later on, but it seems it also, the Stone of Jazz is also shown in Dishonor Among Thieves quest in RuneScape 3, with Zamorak, Bandos, Armadil, and I think Saradomin near it, with some cool lore at the end of the quest. It seems we're below the sea, just south of Mauritania, and that's in RuneScape 3. Fascinating. Come, let's look around. Cool. Alright, so I click examine the portal. Game says you unlock new music track, Temple of the Eye, which is kind of cool. So I got the Temple of the Eye. And yeah, here's some just car armor, it looks like, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, this globe in the center here is, it looks like the Stone of Jazz, which we see in Dishonor Among Thieves quest in RuneScape 3 at the end with Samarak. And Samarak, I think, steals it to create the Dragonkin or Dragon Race. And yeah, I mean, Jazz is the spider we see torturing Karapak in the Coliseum in my RuneScape 3 Gods video. And yeah, the Stone of Jazz appears in Wild Gothic Sleeps quest and Old School RuneScape as well. So it's a very archaeological kind of mystery. All right, so I'm gonna take from. All right, so once you get in here, you're gonna run. Let me click my compass. So from the northeast table, you're gonna take 10 things from a table. I don't see anything in here. All right. All right, so now that we're in here, let's talk with Apprentice Felix. That's an interesting statue. So see the plaque on it? It reads Alea, Justicar the Lion and Guardian of the Temple of the Eye. So, yeah. What's that person's name again? Commander Ziliana. Oh. So Apprentice Felix says, see the plaque on it? It reads Alea, Justicar of the Lion and Guardian of the Temple of the Eye. So, in terms of lions, I mean, we have Commander Ziliana, who has a lion pet, and she's also associated with Justicars and like those types of statues. If you read a little bit about the Justicar armor statue on the OSRS wiki. Temple of the Eye. That must be where we are right now. I've read about the Justicars before, in a book back at the Wizard's Tower. What did the book say? They were powerful warriors, in service to Saradomin himself back when the gods still walked among us. This temple must be ancient. Imagine if Saradomin himself once stood here. Okay. I don't see any tables anywhere to take items. Alright, let's try over here. Yeah, nothing. Alright. So let's talk to Wizard Person. So this place is brilliant. So I'm going to talk to Wizard Person North. He said, this place is brilliant. The apprentices are looking around to see what they could discover. Alright. So I'm going to talk to each of the apprentices in here. And this person, I guess. And then I'll be able to continue. Found anything interesting? There's something strange about this big hole here. It's giving out the tiniest amount of magical energy. You know, those plants look similar to stuff I've seen in the... Quiet. I'm more than capable of working this out. Maybe you should go and help the others instead. What are you looking at? Look. Rune Guardians, like the other ones at the Mage Training Arena. If this place was once a teleportation matrix, these Rune Guardians might have helped the wizards that used it. Anything different about them? Well, despite their age, they're actually of remarkable similar design to the ones used by modern wizard. Isn't that amazing? So, now that I've talked to all three of them, let's talk to Wizard Person to continue. Hey. ... Hello? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was lost in thought. What are you thinking about? Oh, I was looking at these markings here. They're very interesting. They seem to be radiating a magical energy I've never encountered before. Take a closer look. Maybe you'll feel the energy as well. You look at the markings. Right. Oh, cool. So it's the Stone of Jazz, which we see in Wild Gothic Sleep and at the end of Dishonor Monk Thieves in RuneScape 3. Jazz is getting tortured in the Colosseum by a spider. So yeah, apparently Zamorak steals this to create the Dragonkin race. And I mean, yeah, Curse of the Black Stone quest, we see Karapak transformed underwater in the third elite dungeon before the ambassador fight. Karapak also appears in Anachronia behind, not the Rex Matriarch dinosaur, the other one after that cutscene. He's in ghost form in that boss fight. And we also see Karapak. And yeah, we also see Karapak getting tortured by Jazz in the Coliseum of a RuneScape 3 Gods video. First mysterious voice, Saradam be with you, and with you, Zachariah. So it's really true. It says, indeed it is Aaliyah, and he has given us the task of protecting it. What would he have me do? You must build a sanctuary for the Eye. The forces of chaos already seek to reobtain it, as do countless others. I will keep it safe, no matter the cost, and you? Samaraka's task is collector with finding the Eye. I will hunt him down before he does this, along with any others who would try to claim it. Then I wish you luck, brother. There's one last thing. You must keep the Eye secret from all the others, even our own. The fewer people that know the truth, the better. On my honor, as a Justicar, it will be done. So I don't know if Aaliyah is Commander Ziliana or not in the God Wars dungeon. Good. Saradami with your sister. What the? Wall Street bets. Jazz. What did you say? I don't know. Did you just say Jazz? I can't remember. When I looked at the marks on the floor, I had this vision. But it's all unclear. Curious. Well, time to see what the others have found. Right. What have we discovered? The large hole behind you is radiating a strange energy. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. Need a hand with that. No, I can work it out. You sure can. What else do we have? There's some old rune guardians here with eye symbols on them. So this is definitely used by wizards at one point. Amazing. Not just any wizards. Saradamus wizards. There's some statues of an old Saradamus Justicar called Aaliyah. Remarkable. The Justicars have been around for thousands of years. That confirms my suspicions about the age of this place. That's not all I found. Apparently this place was once called the Temple of the Eye. The Eye? What's the Eye? I remember reading about something called the Eye back at the Wizard's Tower. I only came across mention of it once, but apparently it was a powerful artifact made by Saradaman himself. Sorry, made by Saradaman, you say? That's what the book said. Why? Oh, just checking. I get all caught up in the moment and mishear things sometimes. Aside, did the book say what it looked like? It didn't. It didn't actually have any other information on it. I tried to learn more about it from the other books, but I found nothing. Anything else was probably lost when the first Wizard's Tower burnt down. Of course, I've worked out what the energy from the hole is. It's abyssal energy. Yeah, it's brilliant. Person? Oh, sorry, lost thought again. It was for a good reason, though. I think I've just worked it all out. Amazing as always, Person. We're so lucky to be able to work with you. Thank you. So I reckon my theory about this as an old teleportation matrix was spot on. The wizards here must have power from the abyss to create portals to the runic altars. Then, with the power from the Eye and support from the rune guardians, they've been able to create runes at lightning speed. The Eye must have a huge impact on their work. They named the temple after it and fashioned a symbol based on it. And we're still using that symbol today. We just never knew why until now. Should we teleport back to Sedrador? In a moment. I'm just going to cast a simple revealing spell first, in case there's anything else hidden here. Whoa. What's happening? Don't worry. I'm sure everything is fine. Let me handle this. So, Temple of the Eye quest, it looks like another portal opened. What is this? Person! Whoa. You don't belong in this temple of cursed filth. Pwned. Whoa. Temple of the Eye quest, mad cool. So that's the Great Guardian. And so, the rift to the scar is open once more. Humans, fight with us. Let us hold back the abyss. Mad cool, dude. Alright, you can press Control and you click here to hide that on your screen. What do we do now? What if more of those creatures come through that rift? Oops. Well, don't think I'll be stopping them all again. I may be powerful, but that spell still took a lot out of me. It says humans. Use the cells. Protect me while I close the rift. Cells. Tamara, watch your bets. I think I found something over here. On my way. Alright, so let's get a screen cap for the stream. Yeah, it's definitely way cooler. And let's go get a screen cap over here. I still have to edit my desert treasures or Beneath Cursed Sands questline. And Vampire Mauritania questline in RuneScape 3. Or Old School RuneScape, the prerequisites for TOA. Okay, I got 2 of these. Let me take another screen cap in case I want a smaller crop. Let's get various angles of portal over here for my thumbnail. So excited. I love having 0 viewers. Very fun. Alright, cool. So let's talk to Felix. What have you found? Well, I can't say it for now, but I think the containers in this table contain small amateurs of runic energy. Right, I'll take one to Tamara. Just make sure you don't take more than one. I tried to do that already and the energy within them exploded. Alright, thank you for the warning. So I'm going to take 10 uncharged cells. You should take 1 of the charged cells to Tamara. They're on the other table. So take uncharged. Alright. So I'm going to take weak cells from here. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to take weak cells from here and then head back over here. Man, cool, dude. So another cool lore thing is Fozani's Nightmare. I mean, there's a siren that guards the area, so that's another cool thing to keep in mind. You show the cell to Tamara. This is what Felix found. That must be one of the cells we need. Try placing it in the tile next to me. Alright. So I placed it. It worked. The barrier should protect us against those creatures. And just in time too. Here comes more of them. What do we do now? I'm not sure. The barrier won't hold for long though. Humans, we need more support. Restore my brotherhood. Place cells within imbued rocks, and they will do the rest. Imbued rocks? What does that mean? I'll see if Felix can help. Be careful. So let's go talk to Felix over here. It looks like they're breaking through the barrier. Felix, we need to place cells in some imbued rocks. Any ideas what that means? I think the essence piles here are actually remains of old guardians. They seem to contain elemental and catalytic energies. Perhaps you could try infusing each with one with the cell. Good idea. You'll probably need a chisel to shape the essence first. Looks like there's one on the floor there. Right, I'll get to work. So let's take the chisel here. Perfect. Take the uncharged cells. I already have one of these. I don't need another. So I have a new music track, Guardians of the Rift. Pick up the chisel. Alright, let's right click, take the chisel. Alright, got the chisel, okay. And charged magic cell built to hold runic energy. Okay, so now that I got the uncharged cell and chisel, I'm going to actually switch to a world at the top right that actually has Guardians of the Rift as the description, similar to how you do for TOA. Let's enter the portal. What do we do now? What if more of those creatures come through that rift? Well, I don't think I'll be stopping them all day. I may be powerful, but that spell took a lot out of me. Humans, use this cell. Protect me while I close the rift. Tamara, I think I found something over here. On my way. So let's talk with him again. What have you found? Right, I'll take this one to Tamara. Just make sure you take more than once. Ah, thanks for warning. So let's take the chisel. Let's take the weak cells. Bring it over to Tamara. You show the cell to Tamara. This is what Felix found. That must be one of the cells we need. Try placing it in the tile next to me. Okay. It worked. The barrier should protect us. In just time, here come more of them. What do we do now? I'm not sure. The barrier won't hold out for long. Humans, we need more support. Restore my brethren. Imbued rocks. I'll show you if Felix can help. Alright, let's go talk to Felix. Felix, we need to place cells in some imbued rocks. Any idea what that means? Okay, let's take weak cells from here. And then let's assemble Essence Pile Elemental. Perfect. So I just created a weak Elemental Guardian. It worked. Looks like it's found the elemental symbols on the ground. Try creating another one using the other Essence Pile. So let's take more weak cells. Assemble another Essence Pile. Perfect. Amazing. Looks like this one's found the catalytic symbols. These guardians should be strong enough to fend off those creatures. Head back to Tamara and see what we should do next. Alright, let's go over here, talk to Tamara, now that we summoned both the guardians. You made some rune guardians, and they seem to be holding back the creatures. Humans, I lack the power needed to close the rift. I require runic energy. Runic energy? Do we need more cells? I don't think they'll work for this. We need something else. Of course, we could use the rune guardians. See all the fallen guardians around here? That have once been powered to use runic energy. If you were to obtain some fragments from them, you might be able to make something to capture the runic energy needed. So mine the fallen guardians? Exactly. Hopefully you can find a pickaxe somewhere. Once you have a few fragments, go and speak to Felix. I'm sure he'll be able to help you use them. Okay. Alright, so after you go with that dialogue, you're going to go east over here, and you're going to mine fragments. You climb down this rubble here. Got guardian remains here, guardian remains here. I'm going to get large guardian remains. Okay, so you just climb down here, and you go mine guardian fragments from the large guardian remains. I think I have enough fragments. I should speak to Felix about what to do next. So let's climb the rubble and then go talk to Felix. We need to power up this big guardian somehow, but I need to capture runic energy. Tamara said you might be able to help. I reckon this old workbench here might have been used for that. There's still plenty of pure essence on it for you to use, but that might not be enough. I have some fragments from the fallen guardians. What is it? Pure essence with them. Yes, that would be perfect. I'll give it a go. Alright, so let's click here and work at the workbench. You create guardian essence. Let's run over here. Right click and talk to Tamara. You show the guardian essence to Tamara. Do you think this will work? It says perfect. Now we just need to capture some runic energy with it. How? I shall now use the power of the abyss to open a portal to the runic altars of mind. Well, I guess that's your answer. Head to the mine altar and craft some runes. Why? I have a theory to test. Fair enough. I'll be back soon. Alright, so turn over here. So this part of the quest is mostly guided, so very easy. Let's take uncharged cells and then head to the Guardians of the Mind. Craft rune altar. Cool. So I made some catalytic guardian stone. Let's get out of here. Talk to Tamara. You show the guardian stones to Tamara. Look, this is what happened when I took that essence to the mind altar. Great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. What about the cell? You show the cell to Tamara. It seemed to capture energy from the altar as well. I had a feeling it would. It's all coming together. What do we do now? First, you should use that new cell to replace the old one powering the barrier here. I don't think the current one will last much longer. And then use those stones to power up the big guardian. I'll get right on it. So let's place the cell on the weak cell tile. Talk to the great guardian. Human, the stones have fueled me, but they are more needed. The guardian still needs more energy. I guess we need to repeat that process again. I shall now use the power from the abyss to open a portal to the runic altars of water. Looks like the portal to the mine altar is closed. I guess the guardian only keeps it open for so long. You'll need to use the new portal instead. Make sure you take another uncharged cell with you. So it's mine guardian remains. Take it looks like this, yeah, this is open now. So let's get 5 more fragments, grab a cell, and then go in here and make some water runes. So we had 5 fragments, work at the workbench, take the cell, and let's head to the guardian of water. Make some water runes. Easy. Talk to the Great Guardian. Humans, the stones have fueled me, but more are needed. Runecrafting's level 29 now. Yeah, it's definitely the best way to level runecrafting for Perilous Moons, doing these quests. You show the cell and the talisman to Tamara. Something odd happened at the water altar. The energy in the cell seems different than before. The essence also formed the strange talisman. Oh, fascinating. Portal talisman, water. I guess it makes sense. The stronger the runic energy, the more powerful the cell will be. After all, water is more powerful than air and mind. Try making another rune guardian using that cell. In the meantime, I'll see if I can work out what this talisman does. Okay. So it's assemble the essence with the medium cell to another guardian. Easy. Look at that. I don't know what you did, but that guardian is much stronger than the before you made. So let's talk with Tamara. Right now I'm in Guardians of the Rift in Temple of the Eye quest in Old School RuneScape. That cell made a more powerful rune guardian. Great, we're almost there. I think we just need to power up this guardian one more time for it to be able to close that rift. It says, I must conserve my power. The portal to the runic altars of water is closed. But we need that portal. Don't worry. I think there's another way. I reckon that talisman you gave me can be used to return the water altar without the portal being open. Tamara hands you a talisman. Just present that talisman to the statue where the portal of the water altar was. Make sure you have more essence and make another cell with you. Alright, so let's go over here. Like how it tells you where to go. They actually have a RuneLight plugin that always tells you where to go. Which is pretty cool, right? I think I have enough fragments for now. Okay, take uncharged cells. Let's go over here. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use the portal talisman on the Guardian of Water. Craft runes. Talk to Tamara. I have another cell. Do you want me to power up the barrier again? That's right. If my theory is correct, it should produce an even stronger barrier. Look, the barrier changed. Just as I thought. We could create better barriers by using stronger cells. Now, let's charge the Guardian with those stones you created and close this rift. Alright, so let's power up the Great Guardian. Alright, perfect. I managed to power up the Great Guardian. It says, humans, now that I have power to close the rift, brace yourselves. I was closing the rift. Alright, let me put my webcam back. It says, we are safe for now. What was all that? What happened? That was a rift into the area of the abyss known as the Scar. The Scar? But I thought this was meant to be a teleportation matrix. You are mistaken. While it's true that teleportation magic is strong here, that is only a side effect of the temple's history. What history? This temple was built to house a powerful artifact. Many sought to claim the artifact for themselves, including servants of the fallen emperor. In their attempt to claim the artifact, they used magic they did not understand. The Rift of the Scar was created as a result. This artifact, you mean the Eye? You are correct. The Eye was removed after the battle, but not before the Justicar the Lion used it to seal the rift once more. She then created us, the Guardian of the Rift, to protect this place in the event that the rift was ever reopened. And we have reopened it. But it's been sealed again. The danger is gone. Incorrect. Without the power of the Eye, we have no way to seal the rift permanently. It will soon reopen once more. And you should leave before that happens. No. This was our mistake. I'm staying to help fix it. Me too. Well, if I were to or saying, I guess I will as well. Your support will be invaluable. Could you go back to the Wizard's Tower and let Sedgeador know what happened here? Alright, if you're absolutely sure about this. What about Purston? We have to help her. No part of the Abyss is more dangerous than the Scar. Your friend will have to already been consumed. Now the power of the Abyss grows. The rift will soon reopen once more. Those of you staying should prepare yourselves. Then I'll go and see Sedgeador. Good luck. I don't know if the Scar is where the Abyssal Sire is or not, but you'll never be able to do that. But you need to be a super high Slayer level. Play for months, years. Sedgeador it all went wrong. What do you mean? Was there no teleportation? Kind of, but not really. The portal took us to the Temple of the Eye. An ancient Sardamus temple built to house a powerful relic. Long ago, a rift to the abyss was created in the temple, but it was sealed. At least it was, until a person accidentally opened it again. She was sucked into the abyss, and all those abyssal creatures came out. Abyssal creatures? We'll have to get in there and stop this. It's okay for now. Some rune guardians called the Guardians of the Rift were able to protect. Alright, it's okay for now. Some rune guardians, called Guardians of the Rift, were able to protect the temple from the abyss. This is a disaster. I knew that the teleportation magic was too good to be true. What of Trayborn's apprentices? They're safe. Then I'll ensure that all the help they need. I'll also begin research in the rift at once. In the meantime, I suggested what you do, help them. After that, partially you're doing. I know. I'll help wherever I'm needed. I appreciate that you don't mean things. You should have this. It belongs to person. I do not want to think about where she got it. Sedgeador shows you a pouch. Do you think she's still alive? Sadly, that seems unlikely. So if anyone can survive the abyss, it's her. Now, we better get to work. Oh, I completed Temple of the Eye quest. Very cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Guardian of the Rift and the cinematics. Very fun. So, cool. Thank you for watching my video. Oh, Ringcraft is at level 33. Jeez. Logging off. Maybe I'll play some Skyrim later.